Hello, everyone. I'm Alice. Let me ask you a question. Iran and India, whoa, countries that seem to have nothing in common. Why are they drawing closer and closer? Many people think Iran has picked the wrong side and is suffering from strategic short sightedness. But if you truly peek into the Iranian mindset and see the world through their eyes, you'll realize that this move isn't foolish at all. Rather, it's an inevitable choice dictated by their very logic of survival. First, we need to dispel a common misconception. To outside observers, Iran appears constantly vowed to eliminate Israel, as if Israel were its mortal enemy. In reality, for the Shiite clerical establishment that holds power in Iran, the real existential threat has never been distant Israel, but rather the ring of Sunni Muslim states surrounding it. At times, to maintain balance in the Middle East, even Palestine might paradoxically support Iran, the minority, to counterbalance those dominant Sunni neighbors. Iran's confrontational stance toward Israel is largely about crafting an image within the Islamic world, portraying itself as the legitimate authority daring to defend the interests of all Muslims. Put simply, it's political theater. Think about it. If Israel suddenly vanished tomorrow, Iran's situation would actually become far more difficult. Without this common enemy, sectarian tensions between Sunnis and Shias would erupt fully, and Iran, as a minority, would easily find itself encircled and jointly suppressed by neighboring Sunni powers. Therefore, in Iran's strategic map, the true number one hypothetical enemy is actually Pakistan. Why? First, Pakistan is the most populous and militarily powerful nation within the Sunni camp, and it possesses nuclear weapons, making it naturally a thorn in Iran's eye. Even more critical is the unresolved territorial legacy between the two countries, the Balochistan region. This area was partitioned between Britain and Russia in the late 19th century. Today, 60% belongs to Pakistan, 30% to Iran, and the remaining 10% lies in Afghanistan. Yet in Iranian eyes, the entire Baloch region from ethnicity to culture is inherently of Iranian blood, differing only in religious belief. This resembles somewhat how we view Taiwan, although systems differ. Shared heritage implies eventual reunification. However, reality is harsh. The Baloch people themselves do not wish to return to their ancestral roots. Instead, they have launched guerrilla warfare across the tri-border area, forming groups like the Justice Army and the Baloch Liberation Army. When attacked in alarm, they retreat to Pakistan. When pressured from both sides, they withdraw into Afghanistan. For Iran, Baloch resistance represents an internal family dispute, manageable through dialogue, but Pakistan, a foreign non-Shia state actually controlling 60% of land that should rightfully belong to Iran, this constitutes an intolerable pain of sovereignty. This leads us to a crucial conclusion. Iran's development of nuclear weapons, ostensibly aimed at countering Israel or the United States, in fact serves primarily to militarily suppress Pakistan, thereby achieving strategic balance for the Shia against the Sunni majority. Since Pakistan represents an intractable knot, then whoever harbors enmity toward Pakistan becomes Iran's natural ally. The answer is obvious: India. The India-Pakistan conflict is globally known. Iran, meanwhile, shares with Pakistan a dual deadlock involving both territory and sect. Thus, their convergence is nothing short of a match made in heaven within geopolitical terms. Moreover, this partnership takes priority even over Iran's rhetorical stance of opposing America and Israel. After all, the US has no territorial disputes with Iran, whereas Pakistan stands as a tangible obstacle blocking Iran's path to great power revival. Unless Pakistan voluntarily relinquishes control over Balochistan, the Iran-Pakistan contradiction remains unsolvable, making Iran-India cooperation inevitable. At this point, the situation grows delicate. Viewing this through China's lens, the matter becomes quite troubling. China needs Pakistan to break out of the Malacca dilemma, so it must support Pakistan. Yet Iran, to counter Pakistan, can only turn toward India. Consider Russia as well. The former Soviet Union once sought access to the Indian Ocean via Afghanistan and Pakistan, only to become bogged down in Afghanistan for a decade, ultimately exhausting itself. Therefore, should Russia ever aspire again to reach the Indian Ocean, it cannot bypass Pakistani resistance and must instead leverage Iran. Thus, a new geopolitical landscape of Asia is emerging. On one side, China, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia form a de facto alliance driven by energy security and corridor needs. On the other, Russia, Iran, and India huddle together, united by shared strategic adversaries and aspirations for sea access. Currently, these two camps have not yet completely torn apart, mainly because all parties still face common pressure from the West. Once external pressures ease, this China, Pakistan, Saudi versus Russia, India, Iran configuration could well become the primary internal contradiction within Asia. So, let's stop mocking Iran's alliance with India against China as mere confusion. From Iran's perspective, even though China previously helped ease its relations with Saudi Arabia, sectarian rivalry and territorial pain are structural issues. As long as Pakistan exists, Iran must seek alternatives. And India is similarly populous, urgently needing oil, and sharing a generations-old feud with Pakistan naturally becomes Iran's sole strategic reliance. This isn't an emotional choice, it's love, survival. That's all for today's video. Please share your thoughts in the comments below. If you found this helpful, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Your support is my greatest motivation to keep going. See you next time.